Vodafone has decided to lash out against the government here in India. Martin Peters, the company's managing director and CEO in India, insists that the government has long treated telecom firms as a goose that lays the golden eggs. He insists that shareholders now want to see return on their investments, else they may even stop pumping in funds. ET Now's Sandeep Kurumurthy began by asking Peters how tough it is to do business here in India.
Where now there's a lot of kind of negative energy around only payments to the government, spectrum payments, one-time payments, whatever payments. It's always about payments to the government. Where actually I think we should be far more worried. Do we have enough money to invest in the future for this country?
How easy or how tough is it to do business in a country like India?
Well, I can't say that it's easy, because that would be an obvious lie. At least I can only speak for telecoms. You know, I've only worked here in telecoms. But I think it's a tough situation. It's a tough regulatory situation. Maybe there's a reason that it is tough. I don't know. But I've seen that in many countries where I have worked, that the regulation is not so detailed. And the government has more sympathy for the industry as a contributor to the development of the country. Where, in my view, what I've seen the last 2 years is the government sees it clearly here as the goose that lays the golden eggs. And it's fine, because, you know, we work very hard and we pay a lot of money to the government in form of license fees, spectrum payments, you know, even the taxes we pay a lot of money. But at a certain moment there needs to be a balance between the interest of the consumer, the interest of the government, and the interest of the shareholders of the company. And I think that balance is at this moment not right.
How can this balance be struck, you know, between revenue maximization on the one hand and, you know, the interest of the consumers and you know, shareholders on the other hand? How, you know, is there a right balance at all? How does one?
Yeah, there is a right balance in my view. I think that probably at this moment the government is very stressed for money due to a certain limit of the budget deficit that they want to achieve, which I understand from a political perspective. But at a certain moment that cannot structurally go on always, is it? So I think there needs to be a better balance between what companies can do for the country, read it, the government being then the representative of the country, but also they have to make a return for their shareholders, because in the end the money will stop flowing. So will shareholders put more money in? They will be probably willing to do that if they see a return in the future. So that's where I think the environment should facilitate that the government in a way also stimulates the economy by saying, yes, you can make a return. Yes, if you make an investment in telecoms, don't worry about it. It will be a good investment in the future. And I think at this moment investors are worried about that.
But are shareholders also worried? And, you know, do you find it tougher to get more capital now to invest in a market like India, given the regulatory uncertainty?
We have a huge commitment to the country. As I said, we have invested 50,000 crores in the last few years. We're here to stay, so it's not easy to scare us off. But does it mean that it's nice? No, it would be much nicer if I could also send from time to time some dividend back to London. And we have not done that in 6 years. We only, it's all one-way money that comes in here, and we never send something back. That's in the end not sustainable.